Hi everyone, my name is Sammy from Go Sammy-Jo and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about jobs that pay you to travel the world. A lot of people have this misconception that you can't possibly travel and still work while you're doing it, but that is completely changing in our day and age, and there are so many jobs that allow you to travel, and I'm going to tell you a couple of them. So I made a list. I have come up with about 15-ish jobs that you can travel the world and still get paid to do so. Some of these I use, some of these I don't use, but I know people that do and are very successful with them. I have about 15-ish jobs for you. First, I'm gonna go through a list of a bunch of them, and at the end I'm going to tell you what I do when I travel to make money. At the end, I will tell you how I make money while I travel. So with that being said, let's jump into job number one. Job number one that pays you to travel the world is to work on a cruise ship. Now this is one of the first jobs I ever thought of, because right at the end of high school I went on a cruise with my family, and I was watching all these workers. I noticed a lot of them seemed to be like college students or post-college students, very young, and they were traveling. At dinner every night we'd almost go and get our photos done before dinner, and I was looking into photography at the time and be like, that'd be such a cool job to work on a cruise ship and take photos. So you can work on a cruise ship. Now, just so you know the fact, from what I have looked up in the past, they are very demanding hours. You have to work a ton and usually don't get that much time off. But the upside to this is when you're on that cruise ship, you're not spending money on anything. So when you leave that cruise ship, you come out with a ton of money that you can use to go traveling even more. And you do get some days off on the cruise ship. So if you're looking to work, save money up, and still kind of get to see some places while you do so, maybe you want to look at working on a cruise ship. Job number two is to become a flight attendant. Now this job sounds like a really great job, but again, very demanding hours, but I believe there is more flexibility and you get to travel a ton. And one of the best things about being a flight attendant is most of the time they cover costs and you get discounts on flights, so you can, even when you're not working, you can fly anywhere. The third job you can do is to work remotely. Now this is a very wide open job, and you could do this with just about anything. You could actually be working your job that you're working now, and say like the job you're doing you can do just from your laptop. You can ask your boss like if they'd be considering letting you just work from your laptop, and then you could work anywhere in the world. But there's so many other jobs you could do with that. You could be an accountant online, you could be a graphic designer. I've seen so many graphic designers that work remotely and they work all over the world just from their laptop. There's a company called Bucket List Bombshells. I've looked into a bunch of their videos. They're graphic designers, but they've been showing other people how to work remotely for a long time now, so check out their website. It's called Bucket List Bombshells, and they show you how to run your business online. But there are a ton of different jobs that you can do with this, and there's different websites actually where you can find jobs to work remote. I believe one website is called weworkremote.com, so check it out, Google it, and you might be able to find a job that you like that you can do from anywhere in the world. Job number four is to become a digital nomad. The rise of digital nomads has been so big over the past couple of years. So what is a digital nomad? A digital nomad is basically the same thing as work remotely, but most of the time they are working on their own businesses, and they make they turn their businesses into online businesses. So this could be anything. You could be an accountant, you could be a graphic designer, you could be a photographer, you could be a consultant. You can do just about anything online and be a digital nomad, and you can work from anywhere. And if you need to travel somewhere to work for a job, you can do that because you have the freedom to, because your whole business is online. Now this may take a little bit more time because it is your own business and you have to get it up and running, but I think this is a great job, and I know so many people doing it, and I partially do this with some of my stuff. Partially I'm working on it. I'll bring that more up when I talk about what I do. Job number five is to become a travel blogger. Now travel blogging is a huge field and can be kind of competitive. I actually started with travel blogging, and as soon as I got my blog up and running, I started to realize I suck at writing, so that is why I no longer really do it. I do it from time to time, but I find that video is much more what I enjoy doing. So how do you make money as a travel blogger? So first, you want to generate lots of views and lots of people coming to your website. You can start off with affiliate marketing. So that's when somebody's reading your blog post and you have a link in there saying that I use this camera to take these photos. People can click on that link and buy that camera. And if they buy that camera, then you get a small commission of whatever that camera costs. So you're making money, and the great thing about it is you put it on your website, it's there forever. You could be making money in your sleep, not even knowing it, over time, and if you have a lot of traffic, you could be making more and more and more, which is really, really great. The second way you can make money as a travel blogger is to sell your own products. So if you're a photographer, you could sell your presets. If you have advice on anything, you can create a little ebook to sell to them. So that is a great way to make money. I have my own online course, which I kind of sell on my website a little bit. And the third way to make money as a travel blogger is to sell ad space. So if you have a lot of visitors, people will pay to have an ad on the side of your page, depending on your views. And also you can do this through AdWords and a bunch of other ways that I really don't understand. Just Google it and you will be able to figure out how to make money on your blog. The sixth job you can do while you travel the world is to teach English overseas. Now this actually is a huge job, and I always see a huge demand for it and a lot of people doing it. And actually you don't actually have to just do it overseas. I see people doing it over their laptop. So you can like teach English to kids in China while you're like in Germany, or when you're in Mexico, or I don't know, wherever. So you can do this wherever. Most of the time I believe you do need a degree, but you don't have to have a degree in actual teaching. Just a bachelor's degree of any kind I believe will do. So usually how it works is it's kind of like a contracted job, so you're there for like, I guess, like a year or so. And so in that time, wherever you're traveling to while you're teaching, on your time off, you can travel there wherever, and you're getting paid to do it, which is great. And sometimes I think they even take care of your accommodation too, which is really nice. So this could be a really great job for somebody that is looking to take a year off and just stay in another country for a whole year. That would be a great job for you. The seventh job you can do while you travel is to become a travel agent. Now this is a really cool job too, but I feel like it's a little too much for me right now. Right now I want to focus on my photography and my videos, but I can totally see this being a job that I would definitely take up like when I'm older and have kids one day and want something else. But I know a ton of people of my age that are doing it now, and it is a great job because most of the time, from what I'm seeing, they're individual companies that you can work from anywhere while you do this, as long as you're connected with them online. And most of the time you get perks and a bunch of other things that go along with it. I don't know much about being a travel agent, but I hear that it is a great job, and the people I see doing it really seem to love it. The eighth job you can do is to become a consultant. Now consulting is great, and I hear there is a lot of money in it, which is really great too, because you can consult somebody about anything. Whatever you are an expert in, you can consult them in. So I even considered doing this with my Instagram course. I was debating on doing Instagram and social media consulting. Even with that little small area, there is consulting with that. So you can do this for anyone. There's fitness consulting, you could be a life coach, social media consulting, financial consulting. You could really consult somebody about anything. And once you set up your website, and most of the time you do it over a Skype call or a phone call, so you can do this from wherever you want in the world. And most of the time, if you are really good at what you do, people will pay the money to have your advice. So if you have a certain field that you are an expert in and you think you could help somebody, this could be a great job for you. Job number 9 is to become a tour guide. Now, a tour guide can be a little bit tricky because you actually have to know the area really well. But like, say you're from the United States, but you spent your whole life going to Italy and like a certain section of Italy, and you know everything there is to know about this section of Italy, and you want to go live there for a year, then that would be a great job for you, because you do actually have to be knowledgeable about the place that you are giving a tour about, so it can be a little tricky, especially if you've never been there before. But if you know where you're going and you really love the place and have a passion for it, knowledgeable about it, then this would be a great job for you. Job number 10 is to teach a skill of some sorts. Like if you are a diver, you could be a diving instructor somewhere tropical, or if you are good at skiing, you could teach how to ski somewhere in the mountains. That would be a great place to travel. So this could be a great job for you. I had a friend personally in college who did this just over winter break. She would go up to the mountain that was right near where our college was, and she'd spend the winter up there teaching people how to ski, and she always seemed to have a great time at that job. And then she could explore the area on her time off, which was great. So this could be a great job for you if you are interested in doing something fun and getting to travel a little bit more. Job number 11 is to get a working holiday visa. Now, I've never done this. I know a couple of people have done it. So a lot of people, what you'll do is you want to go to Australia to work for like a couple of months, 6 months or so, and then you could just go there and work a regular job like waiting tables and stuff, and on your off time you could travel the world. I know a lot of people that have done this, and this is usually how they begin their digital nomad experience, by doing this. So this is a great starting place for somebody that is just looking to start travel and working abroad. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the territory more of what I do while I travel. So I do some of these things while I travel, and I'll explain basically what you can do and what I have done to make money while I travel. So the first thing I do when I travel is freelance work, because you can do freelance work wherever, and technically I graduated with a degree in photography, so technically I am just a freelance photographer. That is my main profession. But you can freelance just about anything. A big thing is freelance writing. There are a lot of websites who sell stories of traveling for traveling freelance writers. Also freelance photographers. Like I work on a ton of different jobs while I travel, taking photos for a bunch of different things, with tourism boards to hotels to Airbnbs. I take a ton of photos while I'm traveling, and sometimes I'll get accommodation for what I'm doing on top of what I'm getting paid for, which is great. And the thing is, there's no strict schedule. I can do it from just about anywhere. So I could set up a job here, a job there, a job here, a job there, and it just works really great with my schedule. I do graphic design, social media marketing, just about anything. There are a couple of different websites that you can look at to find different freelance jobs. A big one is Upwork. The only downside to this is there's lots of freelancers around the world, and there's lots of freelancers in other countries that will do the same amount of work that you will for a lot less money because of the cost of living there. So when you're doing some of these jobs, they can be lower paying, but it is jobs you can do from anywhere. So there is an upside, there is a downside. The 13th way you can make money while you travel is to set up an online business. Now, I do this too, slightly in different ways. So I've got a couple of things going on. I've got my blog, I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my Instagram, and I've got my online course, and I kind of have them all connected, and in there together is my whole business. But you could create an online business for whatever you want, which is great. A big thing right now is drop shipping. Drop shipping is way too complicated for me, so I have not looked into it, but I hear a lot of people making a lot of money with drop shipping. So you could set up a website doing just about anything you want your business to be. It could be consulting, graphic design, photography, writing, travel. It could be a blog. You know, you could do just about anything, creating your own business online. And the great thing about this, it is great for the long term. So when you're building something that is your own, you know, it grows and grows, and eventually you could probably get to run on itself. And this is great for long-term travel. If you're looking to travel for long term and you want to do this the rest of your life, then building an online business is probably a good idea for you. All right, the 14th way to make money while you travel is to become a YouTuber. So I'd like to say I made money from YouTube, but I have not yet. the great thing about YouTube is it's not all about money. I kind of just do this for fun, but also it helps advertise my business a little bit. It helps me advertise my online course. It helps me advertise my Instagram and my travels, and I get connected with people from all over the world to make videos for them too. The great thing about YouTube is if you work at it for a while and a long time, you might actually make a little bit of money, which is great. So here are the different ways you can make money with YouTube. The first way you can make money with YouTube is through ad revenue, and actually I hear this is like the least paying part of YouTube. So every time somebody clicks on an ad on your video, you get like a very small percentage of like a penny or something like that. I don't know. But if you're getting millions and millions and millions of views, you know, that little penny will add up eventually and it can turn into part of your income. The second way to make money on YouTube is for sponsored posts. So say you have a lot of viewers and there is a company that wants to get in front of your viewers, so they will pay you to make either like a review. So like say I have this new camera and I will review it on my YouTube channel and then leave a link for people to buy it, and they will pay you to make that video, which is great. Once you've got the audience, that could be so great. You could review stuff that you love to use, so down the line that could be really, really amazing. And the last way that you can kind of make money with this while you travel is you can share your travels with others. Some people may see it and invite you to come and visit there and make videos for them and stuff, and that continues on with the whole freelancing thing. You can freelance your videos to those people and share them on your channel and charge them to get in front of your audience. So YouTube has a lot of potential and there's a lot of different streams that it could go in, but it will take a lot of work. It's not something that'll happen overnight. I've been working on this channel for like half a year now and it's actually grown pretty decently, but I have not made money from it yet. So just know that it will take a lot of time if you want to make any money from YouTube. The 15th way you can make money while traveling the world is to become an Instagrammer. So a lot of people say you can never make money from Instagram. It's not like YouTube where you get ad revenue or anything like that, but it could be farther from the truth, trust me. So the misconceptions of Instagram is that you get paid by Instagram, but that will never happen, most likely. So what happens with Instagram, if you have a following in a certain niche and a good following, so even if you're just a micro influencer at like 10,000 followers, you can actually make decent money from Instagram. And this is something I do, and I actually love this because it is easy to make money while I'm traveling. So the first thing you need to do if you want to make money from Instagram is to grow a following in a certain niche. And now there are a million different parts to this and it can be very complicated, which is why I created my online course on I have two courses. I have my Instagram photography course to give you a good base to build off of, and then I have an Instagram growth course which helps you grow that once you've got the good base there. So each of the courses are only $10, so I made it very affordable for anybody that is looking to do this. I will have the links below for you to get the course. So if you're thinking of making money with Instagram, that is where you want to start. So check out my course if you want to start growing your Instagram, and I will show you how you can make money with it. So how do you actually make money from Instagram? It's like the $1,000,000 question, but how you make money from Instagram is through sponsored posts. So most of the time I will have people contact me. Most of the time I will have people contact me saying that they love my photos and they would like to work together and would like to send me a product of some sorts to feature on my Instagram. And so they'll send me the product, and sometimes there are different ways you can do this. Sometimes they will send it to you for free. If it's a bigger product, then you will just feature it on your Instagram. But if it's not a bigger product, then sometimes they will pay you. So I've done sponsored posts for like a big watch company. So for something like that, I just accepted the watch and featured it on my Instagram, and also had a full-on photo shoot with it. And you can also send them the photos and charge them extra if you like. I've also worked with water companies before, and water, you know, it's like $1. So what I'll do is I'll have a full-on photo shoot with that, and I'll ask for a payment in exchange for that. And also I can charge them for the photos I take too if they want to use it on their page. This has been a lifesaver for me while I'm traveling because I can do this from anywhere. So most of the time when they send me a product, they want travel content. So what I'll do is I'll save all the products up before I go on a trip and I'll put them in a box. And while I'm on this trip, I'll take photos of all these products, all those different places that I go, so that they have plenty of options of the place, you know, of different settings where their products are, and then I'll feature them on my Instagram. And I'll do this all on the road, so most of the time you can't make that much money when you're traveling, but while I'm doing this, it is really great. And like, I woke up to an email this morning saying, congratulations, you've been paid from this job, and it's a great feeling when you're getting paid while you're traveling like that. So this is a great thing to do while you're traveling. It's pretty easy and it actually does pay well if you work really hard at it. Alright, and the very last way I make money while I travel is through passive income. Now, it is really amazing. So what is passive income? Passive income is basically making money with minimal effort on your part. So what you do is you create a product or a service, you create it one time, and then you make it available for people as many times as they like it. So this can be writing an ebook and putting it up for sale online, and then people just pay and download it, and you don't have to do anything. And if you get like a ton of hits on your website, you could have like 1 million copies sold overnight. Not a million, but like, you know, you could have a ton of it done while you're like laying on the beach. Or so what I do is I create my online courses with Udemy, but you can also do this with Skillshare and a bunch of other websites to make it available for you. Now, this has been a lifesaver for me while I'm traveling because it actually does make good money, and you can make as many courses as you like. But this has been a lifesaver for me while I'm traveling because I could actually make a good decent amount of money from this while I am traveling. You're able to see how many people are buying in. Also, you can run promotions if you like, but most of the time they're selling the course for you and you don't have to do anything, which is really, really great. So check out Udemy. It is a great website if you want to create your own online course. So those are a bunch of different jobs you can do while traveling the world. So if you like this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below of which job you think is the most interesting. And also, if there's any jobs that I missed, please mention them below for other people that are looking to make money while they travel the world. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos of my travels all around the world and how I can help you guys continue to afford to travel around the world. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you around the world. Bye!